people lie and when people bullshit and gaslight, it's more offensive now than it's ever been before because there's so much access to truth that it's just, you can see it now. If you're paying attention, if you're not a boomer who only reads the newspaper, you pay attention and you see it. You go, this is horse shit.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the channel. If your first time joining, if you return, thank you for coming back. Boy, a lot of stuff has transpired. It's just been crazy. But y'all don't understand the significance of this content, bro. Like this is heavy. And these people are trying everything in their power not to get sued, bro. I'm talking about they playing with the mail. They're just doing all type of shit, like trying to set a boy up at the gas station, grocery store, wherever, bro. I'm talking about your employment, anywhere that they can get you, they will pay off anybody because they got the funds, they got the money. And then a lot of some of the situations, they don't even have to use money. You got people, this is straight up, you know what I'm saying? They got people that are facing charges, right? And they will literally let them out of jail to go try to set up somebody else on another case. Or there's a thing called third-party cooperation. You gotta do your research into that. Where I'll give you a little synopsis. Where let's say that you have a family member or a loved one or a significant other that's incarcerated, right? Well, matter of fact, that movie Snitch with The Rock in it. The best way to explain it. But you can actually help the authorities to set somebody else up to get that person a time reduction, or get yourself, like, you know, a time cut, or get your case dismissed, or whatever the case may be, depending upon what's at stake.
This thing is bigger than Nino Brown. This is big business.
This really happens every day. I know this for a fact. Boy, trust me, I've seen it, and they trying to do it on me, right? Didn't work. That's, you know, street shit. Anyway, so without further ado, let's jump off into it and explain how this shit is just out of control.
Between actual possession and constructive possession. People sometimes come to me and they think, I don't understand, I didn't have the drugs or I didn't have the gun in my pocket, it wasn't in my backpack. That is actual possession. If you actually have something in your hand, or if you have something in your pocket, or if you have something, for example, in a backpack that has maybe your ID or some sort of personal identifying information like a passport in it, that can be actual possession. Constructive possession is just that you're basically aware of or have knowledge of that item in an area where you could constructively possess it. So for example, if you are a prohibited possessor, you can't have a gun because you have a prior felony conviction, let's say, or there's other prohibited possessor issues, but let's say you can't have a gun and somebody brings a gun into your car and they leave the gun next to the driver's seat or in between the passenger seat and the driver's seat. The government can argue that you constructively possess that gun, even though you didn't buy that gun, even though the gun wasn't in your pocket, wasn't in your backpack, anything like that. It's within your grabbing space, it's within a car. If you have knowledge of it, they can argue constructive possession.
All right, so I was going to explain constructive possession, but, you know, it's better coming from a lawyer. But pretty much, you know, if something is within your control, you can be charged with it. Even if it's not yours, even if you've never seen it a day in your life, the second, third, it don't matter. Once it gets to that courtroom and into the prosecutor, solicitor, whatever's hands, they're going to make it look like it's yours. And if there's, you know, substantial evidence, you know, in how everything played out, you're pretty much hit, right? So now when it comes down to safes, safety deposit boxes, storage units, things of that nature, something that you have exclusive control over, where it'd be a key combination keypad lock, something like that, or, you know, dealing with property, apartment building, or apartment or something like that, where you have access to it. If they find something, they can say, well, that's that person because they had access to it. Even if the, you know, people got the like any kind of keys or something like that, if you got able to get to something, they can charge you with it. So check out how real dirty and how they play in undercover. I can't even get it out right. Undercover granny, right? They're rocking with them, right? So in this particular situation, she calls the authorities for no reason. It was all just a setup, right? They get there, they're wanting to get into this safe, right? This in her room, right? They're wanting me to open this safe to say that I have access to it. Now check this out. Let's say, matter of fact, let me back up. In order for any authorities to gain access to a safe, a home, or anything. That's your Fourth Amendment right. It's legal search and seizure, or right for search and seizure, stuff like that. They have to obtain a warrant to say if something specific is in that particular area that they're looking for, right? Without that, they can't, without probable cause, they can't just go and open it. Now, if you're stupid enough to open it without a warrant, right, then that's on you. You're just hit. And see how they try to threaten. They will use threats and all that shit. Stand on your 10. Stand on your 10. And honestly, I was like, and I didn't want to say it out loud, but I was like, shit, lock me up there. Fuck it. That's just another loss of your stupid ass. I'm sorry. Oh, that's the hood. I'm sorry. The hood gonna come out every now and then. But yeah, because so watch how they's gonna play it.
You threw me here.
Okay, that's fine. She's the one who called you guys.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get your side. She's not here right now, so I'm trying to see what's going on, situation.
I don't want you to go to jail. I don't want nobody to touch you. But I want my paperwork so I can go where I have to go. Why would the vault be locked and it's just the both of us in the house?
Badge number.
So what is all kept in the vault? Just your ID and what else?
Because this is in here. I don't have money.
I'm also locked. Badge number 9753. LOTT 9753. It's right here. 9753.
Okay.
I don't want to do this. He's my grandson. But if it's in the vault, it came from the vault. Where did it walk away to?
Yeah.
And you won't give me so I can go where I have to go. I need to go to Jamaica. My sister is very sick. Why you don't give it to me back then?
Do you mind just opening the vault so we can verify if it's in there or not? Because that's just what we need to do. We just need to see if it's in there or not. If it's in there, she get her license, we go by the way. If it's not, we just continue investigation and see where it could be.
I say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Right, you putting us in a bad spot by not opening the safe. Because you depriving her, because what it sounds like, you're depriving her of her license. And that's it, because she need to go to Jamaica. And it's her property. So therefore, you will get charged with theft by taking.
I'm not. So
why don't you open it then, since you don't? You know what? You know what? Let me open it then. Give me the keys. In your presence. In their presence. Come on now.
There's no keys. You have the combination. I don't even want to. It's in your room.
Where is the combination in the room?
She had this, she knows. I don't even really honest. At this point, I don't have nothing else to say. Because you're accusing me of stealing, so if you guys can continue your investigation, then you gotta do what you gotta do. So sit here and wait.
But you see how you put us in a bad spot, though.
You put them in a bad spot.
Ma'am, I got it.
And me
I got it.
in a hole.
Ma'am, I got it.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You see how you putting us in a bad spot, right? Because the way...
Bro, this officer right here think he's slick. He slid in the back with her to the bedroom to go talk to her or whatever so they could regroup and see how they gonna finesse this plan or whatever they had going on, and didn't work out right. They didn't expect all that. Now they go back there, bro. Open records request for that body camera footage. There was none. There was nothing of that conversation that happened in that room. So nobody knows except them two what took place in that bedroom.
The way it's looking, right? You're not trying to open the safe. Now we get it, right? But if the ID could be in the safe, you need to go ahead and open it. Because like I told you, she's saying that she need to go to Jamaica. She keep it in the safe. And you know the combination to it. You're not trying to open the safe. So at that point, you're depriving her of her property. Because she needs to go to Jamaica to see her sister. She can't travel without her ID. So if you're depriving her of her ID, you will get charged with theft by taking. That is an arrestable offense. I'm pretty sure you don't want to go to jail.
You guys have no idea how I was trying not to just curse him out or just say something crazy. Like, get the but see you trying to threaten nigga with jail and shit like that, but then you turn around saying you trying to help me? That doesn't mean, that's contradictory as fuck. Come on, bro. You are trying to smoke me. And she right there with the bullshit. And this body camera footage just fucking disappeared. None at all. You know what I'm saying? Bro, come on. Come on, bro. And then with the threats, you threatening me, and then like you talking about it, just putting you in a position, nigga, you not gonna go to jail. What the fuck you talking about? And then you're accusing. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. This is my advice. I'm not an attorney. I know this from trying not to curse. I know this from experience. If you are ever accused of any crime and you are being questioned by any law enforcement, don't answer any questions. Exercise your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Don't say shit. Don't say nothing. Nothing. Even if you're not guilty, don't say nothing, because they will take it and twist it around and fuck you with it. I'm telling you this. I know this for a fact. Okay? I know this for a fact. And as a matter of fact, you can go ask an attorney, and a defense attorney will tell you that's the best thing. You don't say nothing. I want to speak to my attorney. I don't want to speak to you. I want to talk to my attorney. Don't even, when they come to question me, and I'm going to tell you this too. If a situation arises, I don't care whether it's something simple or something serious, and the officers, want to question you, and they say, well, if you don't answer our question, that means you're guilty. Man, don't listen to none of that shit, bro. If they come in and ask you questions, it's because they don't have enough evidence to accuse you or convict you of a crime. They don't have anything. That's where all that snitching and all that other extras. You're doing their job for them. You're making it easy for them and for the prosecutor to bust you upside your head. Even if you're innocent, bro. I know for a fact. I know people personally that are sitting in jail, prison right now. They were innocent, but because they thought they was helping themselves, they started talking to these folks, and they like, oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to help. Don't say shit.
I don't want to take you to jail. So that's how you kind of putting us in a you got our backs against the wall right now.
I mean, the bitch got to drop on us. My back is against the wall. This is not a test. It's the real deal. Help me. Help me.
Because she said that's where the ID is at. We just need to verify if it's in there or not. And we would so gladly help. Bruh. We would be happy if you was to just open the safe or give her the combination. Or if it's written down somewhere, find it. Give it to her. Let her open it if you don't want to open it.
I have nothing else to say. I'm broken my fifth right. I'm remaining silent. I have nothing else to say. I didn't do anything. I have nothing else to say.
All right.
You gotta talk to her.
Now, check it. Now, let's say the safe was open in their presence, on their body cams, right? But yet there was nothing in there. It's like, okay, boom, okay, yeah, situation avoided, blah, blah, blah. But still, now they have proof and evidence saying that this individual had exclusive access to this particular safe. Now, the next day or whenever, she can go and put something in there and then call them folks back again, and then I'll be hit. That was the whole play. Thinking they're gonna scare me into opening. Man, hell no, you better go get a warrant, bro. Well, that's what I say. I got nothing else to say. But I'm just showing you, see, because if you don't understand the law and shit like that, then these people play you and they'll threaten you and shit like that. Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is not me. How to put it? This is not me being arrogant or cocky or I'm a tough guy or nothing like that. It's because I've been incarcerated before. I've been in some places that y'all have fucking nightmares about. I have nightmares about. Fuck it, right? And stood 10 toes down. I ain't had nobody to run to. Ain't no gang member, none of that shit. So I didn't have no crew or nobody. I just had to just handle my business. Yeah, I had to have fights. I had to fight for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because especially me being small, everybody tries me, bro. And because of the way I talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you sound like a white boy. You must be in here for white collar stuff. It's like, no, bro. Like, chill out. This is who I am. I'm not gonna change because I'm in this environment. Now, if you try me, I'm gonna give you what you're looking for and then some. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being straight up, bro. But that's not me. That's not my character. I'm on defense. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problem, bro. I be just trying to chill, right? So anyway, getting back to this craziness, right? People are like, this is an old lady and this guy's taking advantage of her and all this shit. But that's a bunch of bullshit, right? It all stems down to a false arrest and that dog attack, bro. These folks illegally issued a warrant, which caused that accident to happen, and they blame me for this shit. No, they illegally issued a warrant. There's a false arrest, false imprisonment, and she got injured in the commission of that, which is a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Probably, it's a lot, right? And she sustained more injuries, you know what I'm saying? And what happened is that they messed up so bad they had to figure out a way to clean it up and fix their problem. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the paperwork and all this shit like that, right? It was on a technical violation for a dirty. Wasn't dirty, bro. Sat in jail for 9 months, almost a year, for a technical violation. Most of the time, they'll just send you to drug classes, some crap like that. But they messed up so bad, and they had to fix it. They had to figure out something. So it was like, we gotta screw this dude up. We gotta do something. Lo and behold, family's super toxic. It wasn't hard for him to go and just go talk to people and start interviewing people, and they just started just adding extra shit, just making up shit, just doing whatever. So it's like, we got to create a storyline that's gonna make this guy look like a piece of shit, so nobody won't help him. We got to cut him off from everything. We got to attack this motherfucker's social media. We got to go to his workplace. We got to go to his ex-girlfriends. We got to go to everybody that he knows. You know what I'm saying? The folks that's solid, they ain't rocking with that shit, and I wouldn't even go to them because I don't want them to be involved. Keeping it being right, keeping it 100. And so what they did is they got her when she was down bad, when she's weak. Probably came to her in the hospital, because that's how these folks do. They always catch you when you're at your lowest point, whether you're incarcerated, they got something on you, you're sick, laid up in bed, and they want to come threaten you and shit, talking about if you don't answer our questions, then we're gonna same shit, we're gonna arrest you or some shit like that and give you a buttload of time. Now, some people are like, well, why is she going so hard? Why is she calling the cops? Because she doesn't want to go to jail. She done did some shit that was outrageous, right? I'm talking about life sentence type stuff. And people be like, oh, how is this old lady just in third? Let me tell you something about that whole Alzheimer's dementia shit, right? You have to get a CT scan. You can't fake that. You see what I'm saying? You got to get an MRI or a CAT scan or something like that on your brain to see if you have deterioration in your brain, right? I can't, disclose medical records and, because of HIPAA stuff like that. But her main healthcare provider don't even deal with her no more. She and I spoke to this woman on several occasions during doctor visits and stuff like that. And yeah, she doesn't go to her no more. All of a sudden, when after the incident happened, you would think that would be the person that she would be, going back to. No, that doctor was smart. She didn't want to lose her license for, participating in these law enforcement's illegal activities, because everything they're doing is illegal. I'm talking about, bro. Let me stay on topic. So, and in turn, they got her on recording saying something stupid. And before this thing became, I don't want to say public, but pretty much out there, they just told a whole bunch of lies. They just told a whole bunch of lies, and they have to stage shit to make it what they're saying true. But it's all staged, right? Now, I tried to talk to her. I tried to tell her, listen, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I understand that your ignorance to the law had put you in the situation. You're scared of these folks. I'm not. They know that shit. I don't know. Boy. And that's pretty much where it went to. And then ever since then, it's just been them trying to cover up the big mistake. And it's been one mistake after the next. Now, with these lawsuits, I was trying to find my way how I can come in, try to get some help, because I can't get it from the authorities. Hell, I went to the damn CIA, but they don't operate over here, bro. I don't even really too much deal with law enforcement at all. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I don't, we don't need them, because it's the bad apples, and then it's kind of hard to distinguish the two. You see what I'm saying? Because you go to one, and then they gonna rock with each other, because you got some good officers, some good law enforcement that really are about protecting and serving and shit like that, and I respect them to the fullest. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go into other stories, but I had some personal experience with some really good cops, bro, like that I fuck with the long way. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna go as far as to say, if I heard that something happened to them, I would definitely step up and probably do something about it, straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they was good people. And you know, at the end of the day, they're human just like me and you, and they make mistakes. And some of them, the thing is, they get the superiority complex, and they just take advantage of shit, and just they've been doing it so long, got complacent with just breaking the law, and nobody's there to check them because it goes all the way up the chain. You know what I mean? To the courtrooms and all that shit. And they're mad because, you know, an individual that was labeled a criminal, and they think that somebody's ignorant, that they could just handle them and turn everybody fucking against me, bro. And it's crazy. And at the end of the day, I want to say it's still not too late for it, because these same folks straight up told me, and they did it real slick, like it was crazy. And another relative, you know what I'm saying, actually a couple of them, pretty much told on her, because that's what, you know, cowards do. They tell on each other, or whatever case may be. And you know, this shit hurts, bro. And now these lawsuits and all these illegal arrests and all this illegal stuff been doing, this been the only way that could prove, like, hey, look, here's the paperwork, this is public record. It's not, you know, it's not hidden. You know what I mean? It's just that nobody really looks into it until it's brought into your face. And think about, like, the news. Normally, anytime any type of agency or anything gets a lawsuit filed on them, before it even goes to court, that shit's all over the news. There is nothing on the news about none of this shit. You see what I'm saying? All they're trying to do is just blast me, make me look like a piece of shit. Okay, whatever. You don't know what's going on in the background. And of course, that, you know, it's a lot, bro. You know, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. There's not a day that doesn't go by. Like, I'm stressed out like 24/7. I done already lost my hair, so that shit ain't gonna fall out. You know, with these lawsuits, they're screwed. They know it. This is the only way that they have to set me up or get me killed. That's the only option. That's the only option, because once it gets to, you know, and then they playing with them, they're doing everything that they can, bro. Like, and it's insane. And hell, I'm only human, bro. And, you know, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is one thing that I could take from incarceration and my previous experiences, is having patience. It's gave me the patience to deal with stuff, deal with ignorant people, deal with people getting over on me and stuff like that. And people take that as a sign of weakness. It's like, well, he don't want to do nothing. He wants, bro. I done been there, done that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And crashed out a couple times when I was young and stupid, didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Trying to think I'm proving myself to somebody or some shit, you know. And it wasn't worth it. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? The best thing to do is with certain people, just stay the fuck away from them. You know what I'm saying? Distance yourself from them. But in this particular situation, I'm not running from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna beat them at their own goddamn game, and they cheating like hell. You know what I'm saying? And this is just me being straight up with y'all, right?